A person prays hard for a job. Everything seems perfect. The interview went well. The role aligns with their passions. And they even tell others, this must be God's will. Then comes the rejection email. We've decided to move forward with another candidate. The natural question follows, was this not the will of God? Did something go wrong? Here's a truth that's often misunderstood. God's will is not always easy. It's tempting to believe that God's will always looks like success, open doors, and smooth paths. But throughout Scripture and real life, God's will often leads people through valleys before they reach the mountaintop. The will of God includes challenges. It comes with delays. It welcomes discomfort and invites dependence. God's will is not the path of least resistance. It's the path of divine transformation. In Jeremiah 29, God speaks to a people in exile. They've been taken from their homes to Babylon, and God says something surprising. I sent you there. He doesn't say Babylon was a mistake. He says it was His will. That's hard to hear, because Babylon represents pain, loss, and confusion, and yet it was God's will. Why? Because the will of God will often lead people where they don't want to go, to do what they don't want to do. And while they're in Babylon, God gives a strange command: pray for the Babylonians. In other words, love the very people who wronged you, serve the ones who hurt you, bless the ones who broke you. That's not easy, but that's how the will of God shapes the heart. Then comes perhaps the most difficult part. You'll be there 70 years. Not 7 days, not 7 weeks, 70 years. Because God's will isn't always fast. It's not always convenient. Sometimes it demands endurance, not because God is cruel, but because He's completing something deeper. It's like a parent making a child practice piano. The child doesn't love it. There are arguments, frustration, even tears. But the goal isn't music. It's discipline, perseverance, and growth. The parent isn't raising a pianist. They're raising character. Likewise, God's will isn't just about what someone does. It's about who they become. Easy doesn't change people. Easy doesn't grow faith. Easy doesn't build prayer lives. Easy doesn't expose the truth of someone's heart. Real transformation happens in the valley. It happens in the tension between why is this happening and God, I trust you anyway. So no, God's will isn't always easy, but it is always working. Not just for direction, but for transformation. Not just to move a person forward, but to make them stronger. Not just to take them somewhere, but to make them someone. And that is the will of God.